What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another build video. This build video is my latest PvP build, which is the Perfect Storm, which is rocking 7.5k weapon damage. Super powerful Northern Storm, so we're focusing all of the damage or the pressure on the ultimate as well, and it's all in one bar. Really powerful, really great for BG, so we'll get straight into it. So the first set we are running is the Grace of the Ancients, which just gives you 2 lines of really high max magicka. So we've got a Battle Axe in Precise with a weapon damage enchantment. We're running Balorg for penetration and weapon and spell damage. I've got the Head Medium Tri-Stat Divines. Running One Piece Trainee on the chest, Heavy Reinforced Tri-Stat for some health. The Balorg shoulders are medium, Tri-Stat Impenetrable. And the next set we are running is the Oak Fathers, which again will just give you a ton of penetration and weapon and spell damage. So we got a Light Waist Impenetrable Max Magicka. Gloves are light, Max Magicka. The breeches are also light, Max Magicka Reinforced, and the shoes are light, Max Magicka Impenetrable. And we have the neck and ring, or the neck is Ancient Grace with weapon damage, Arcane, and the ring is Oak Fathers Arcane, weapon damage, and the Oaken Soul ring that brings it all together, Arcane with weapon damage. We'll get into the skills. We've got Deep Fissure for our minor and major breach. And we've got the Wrecking Blow to give us our major berserk. We've got Blood for Blood, which is our execute spammable. Hits really hard. Resolving Vigor for a minor resolve and a heal over time. And our Polar Wind, which will scale off our max health. It's not as strong as normal, but it's still a fairly decent heal even with lower health. And of course our Northern Storm, which is going to give you that major protection, activating this, especially with the 500 ultimate. But it doesn't have to be, but for maximum effect you want the 500 ultimate if you can, and that's going to really do a huge amount of damage. So have all your class passives in your 3 class lines, all your passives in two-handed, all your passives in light and medium and heavy. Also, I would recommend to be a vampire with the stage 3 undeath passive. You can run the executioner, but I'm running Blood for Blood as well, as it's less stamina draining. All your passives in Undaunted. Assault and support line if you can. Also running a Heil for that crazy max magicka. And also have 3 points in your medicinal use in alchemy line, just so your potions last a bit longer. So these are the stats flat. So we've got nearly 37,000 max magicka. The health is low, but there's a reason for that as well. 64 points into magicka. Running Bewitched Sugar Skulls. I've also got the Lady Mundus for a bit more resistances. Going to the champion points. So this is all again centered around the Northern Storm. So we've got Biting Aura, which is going to increase your damage done with area effect attacks. Thaumaturge, which will also increase your damage done with overtime effects. Wrathful Strikes, so it's going to give you more weapon and spell damage against your damaging abilities. And Untamed Aggression, which is also going to increase your weapon and spell damage. The red CP, Boundless Vitality, Fortified and Rejuvenation, and Pain's Refuge. And of course the green, we just have the Liquid Efficiency and Rationer and Steed's Blessing as recommended ones. So like I said, this build will have a ton of penetration and weapon damage, and also your damage scales off your highest stat as well, which is the Max Magicka. So the Max Magicka is really high as well. Nice and easy to play, so again we just want to pre-buff with our Vigor and our Arctic Wind. As you can see, the Arctic Wind will take us to just over 29.5k health. We don't want to be going over that because we are using the passive on the Warden line, which I forget where it is now. The piercing cold, so if you've got under 30k health, you're going to get an 8% damage done bonus. So that's why we've got the health under there. So even that's why it's at 27k. So when we hit the polar wind, we are still going to be under that 30k. So we're still going to get that damage bonus. So again, how to play it is very simple and easy. So just buff up with your 2 heals, and then you just want to come in with the deep fissure into your ultimate, and then you can just start wrecking, blowing away, and just keep that crazy pressure on. Keep your deep fissure up. When they've got low health, just spam your blood for blood, particularly when the Northern Storm is up, as it's going to really put some insane pressure on players. So it's more aimed at BGs for that chaotic environments, so you can just come in while there's a battle going in, you can just wipe out several players at once if they're not expecting it. The thing I would say with this build, it does have very low recoveries. So as you can see, we're only getting 1100 magical recovery and 1000 stamina recovery. They are very low, so you do want to be heavy attacking and just keeping on the defensive. You only really want to blow all your steam when the ultimate is up. And I said just throwing the heavy attacks in between the wrecking blow just to keep that sustain. And that's why I've got the blood for blood, as it doesn't eat into the stamina. So the only 2 stamina skills we actually have are the Vigor and the Wrecking Blow. So sustain is not really a massive issue, but again, if you're struggling, you can always change the food to the Jewels of Misrule or the smoked bear haunch, but I just prefer just to have the bewitched sugar skulls. But that's really up to you if you just need a little bit more recovery. You can also change the Mundus, but I do feel you want the resistances just to keep yourself going. I've got 29k spell resistance and 26k physical resistance. So you're going to really be delivering a ton of damage with this. The Northern Storm has just got a crazy tooltip on it. And it's just a lot of fun to play. And it's more aimed at, like I said, the battlegrounds where it's just a chaotic environment. And you can just come in with that Northern Storm. You do have quite a high uptime on it as well. It's not the most expensive ultimate in the game, but it's definitely one of the best. And this build is just centering around that. The Major Berserk from the Wrecking Blow is also going to buff that. Your weapon damage enchantments are also going to buff that. And I said if you get lower on health, yeah, this is based off your missing health, so you will find yourself being a little bit squishy, but the Northern Storm is going to keep that major protection up for you, so you will be fairly tanky, even though you really shouldn't be, because it's not a super tanky build. And as your health gets low, you can just keep spamming that blood for blood just to finish your opponents off. So it's just a really fun build for BGs, nice and simple, nice and easy, all on one bar, using really good sets that are put together. And like I said, it's not totally dependent on the battle, but for maximum effect, try to get to the 500. But normally in the BGs, I'm just activating it every time it's ready to go, which is the 216 ultimate. It's not too bad. So there you have it, guys. The Perfect Storm. Super cool build, super fun to play. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Drop the video a like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And any comments, drop in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Stay tuned for the clips and I'll see you in the next video.